Hello, this is Alex at HauntPay, and this is video number 2 in the Getting Started with HauntPay series of videos. This one is all about creating your first venue and your first event, and then, of course, selling your first ticket. Those are really important things with HauntPay, and it'll be a really quick walkthrough. They're pretty simple. But if you missed it, video number 1 was all about setting up your account and getting going as an event creator. If you didn't go through that process yet, you'll need to go through that before following these instructions on this video. So make sure you go back and do video number 1, get your account going, get set up as an event creator, and then come back here. And if you're ready to go, here we go. We can start at hauntpay.com. So from here, you can pretty much get to everything with HauntPay. And we're just going to click Login in the right-hand side over here. And we'll get logged in, get to this screen right here where it asks you to put in your email address and your password. So I'm going to go ahead and click Sign In after that. Now, when you sign in, you see the normal HauntPay screen. And after you're signed in, you've got this account drop-down menu in the top right. That's really important because when you click the account drop-down, you should see admin here. If you don't see admin, you probably didn't go through the instructions on video number 1 about getting set up as an event creator. So go back and do that if you don't see admin. If you do see admin, awesome, click it. This is your HauntPay dashboard, and this is where you're going to access everything to do with your reports, your events, your settings, setting up discount codes, your products, pretty much everything with HauntPay. If you're logging in for the first time, you're not going to see a few events here like I have. It'll be totally blank. And that's okay. It just means we need to create a couple of those. So the first thing to do, we have to create a venue. And if you try to create an event without a venue, it's going to tell you, go back and create a venue. We have to have some place for this event to happen. So I'm going to click the Venues tab, and then I'm going to click Add Venue. So first things first here, we'll throw in a name for our venue. I'm going to call this one the Core. The second question here is the capacity. Now, this is the maximum number of tickets that can be sold at any one time at this location. So if you have a location where, you're going to run into capacity issues, maybe a theater that you don't want more than 250 people at one time or something like that, go ahead and throw that number in here. Otherwise, just set this to a really big number so that it doesn't get in the way of ticket sales. All right, I'm going to dive down here, throw in our address. And I've obviously got autocomplete on, so it fills out these fields for me. I'm going to change this to the HauntPay phone number. This should be just the phone number that you want them to use to get more info if somebody wants to, get a hold of some extra details. And then I'm going to throw in a URL here so that people know where to click through if they want some more info. And then the time zone. Time zone is really important if you're close to the edge of any time zone, maybe on a state line or something like that. And you might have some customers coming, from a different time zone, because this will auto-calculate that difference. So I'm going to set this as Eastern time. Just make sure you do fill this out so that nobody is coming at the wrong time to your events. And then that's it for creating a venue. I'm just going to click the Create Venue button, and we're done. As you see here, now under my venues section in HauntPay, we have the Core. It's been created, and we're ready to go and create our first venue or our first event. So now I can go to the Events tab up here at the top and click Add Event. All right, so we've got a name for our event here. I'm going to call it the Scare Factory. I'm going to pick our venue, and remember, we just created the Core, so I'm going to make sure that's the Core here. And then we've got the option to upload an event poster or graphic. Now, this is important for that, kind of finishing touch professional view of things, just to make sure you have your own images. It's not required, but strongly recommended. So I'm going to grab a picture off of my hard drive here, click Open. HauntPay will automatically resize that, to make sure it fits in the correct spacing on the event page. And then the next section is just a quick description. I'm going to say this is the scariest haunted house you'll go to in 2014. All right, next we have the opportunity to create our tickets, our ticket types. So to be able to sell a ticket, you have to have ticket types available for sale. So let's just name this first ticket type general. I'm going to throw in $20 as the price, and I'm going to make 1,000 available. And this number available is per time slot. So this is for any given time slot that occurs, at your event. We'll create those time slots later, but just know you can't sell more than this amount, whatever you put in here in any given time slot. So we're done with this ticket, and I'm going to go ahead and add one more ticket type. Maybe I want a ticket type that can get to the front of the line. So after I click add ticket type, we'll call it a VIP pass here, and we'll make that $40, double the price, and a limited number available. Then I'm going to say under the description that this ticket gets you to the front of the line. And that's it. You can actually create event right now. Now we don't have any time slots set up yet, but you have to click create event before you can actually set those time slots. So after I click create event, now down at the bottom, it'll let me set up the event times. So let's say that this one is going to start, our first night is going to be October 2nd, and we're going to run from about 8 o'clock to maybe we'll say 11 o'clock. That's a good run for haunted house here. I'm going to click save. It's important to note you have to use that save or update button next to the time slot, not the main event one. And as you'll notice here, now that we've saved it, it shows that our ticket types that are valid, it has both general and VIP checked automatically. Now, if you only want one of those to be available during that time slot, you can uncheck, one of those ticket types. But generally, you'll want to leave those both checked. Now, you can either add another time slot and do that manually, or you can actually make this repeat. Let's say you have the exact same time, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday every weekend in October. You can actually specify that right under repeats here. So if I click repeat, it'll say, all right, go ahead and let me know the days you want it to repeat. I'm going to say Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then the date it repeats until. For this one, I'm going to say November 2nd. Now, when I click save, it's actually going to create that exact same time slot for every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday between October 2nd and November 2nd. So if you look down here, all of a sudden now we have, several different, I'm going to say 20 different times throughout the month here. And they're all automatically created, so we didn't have to go through that one at a time. Now, just in case anything else changed, I'm going to click update event real quick. And we're good to go. Our first event is created and it's ready to sell tickets to. So I'm going to show you a little quick shortcut here. I'm going to click the Events tab, and then I'm going to click the name of our event. If I click that, it'll go right to the event page. So this is as if I was a customer looking at the event page, ready and waiting to buy a ticket. And in fact, you can use this link right here. You can copy and paste that into any browser. You can send it to your friends to tell them, hey, go buy tickets to our haunted house right now. So if you notice here, we've got everything on this page that we just set up. We've got the name of the event. We've got where it takes place. It starts at $20. Our graphic that we uploaded. There are share buttons so our customers can share the event on their social networks. There's a map here to show you how to get to it. Even a contact button and policies, which if you wanted to change these policies, that would be under the advanced settings, which we didn't go into. But when you're in the event settings, you can go click advanced and get to quite a few other additional settings. So I can select any date I want here, say October 5th, and click buy tickets. I'll select the quantity. And of course, it shows both ticket types here. So I'm going for the general ticket type right now, clicking purchase. And then you can type in a credit card real quick. Now, since I've already used the system here, I have a credit card saved just to make this part go a little quicker. So I'll just click purchase. It says my credit card will be charged upon submitting. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And there we go. It says, thank you for your purchase. Your ticket package is below, and we'll also email you a receipt. And that receipt does have a link to back to your tickets here. But if you didn't want to wait for that receipt, you've got access to your tickets right now if you just purchase them. You can just click print ticket, or go to the printable PDF, and right here is that ticket that we just purchased. So that's it for video number 2 about creating your first venue, creating your first event, and selling your first ticket, which is right here. So stay tuned for video number 3, which we'll get into some of the reporting and discounts, some more advanced features of HauntPay. Thanks a ton, and happy haunting.